just one translation of the Bible.
Can I ask you a question though, bro?
Go ahead.
When you go back to like the Catholics and like the Book of Enoch and all and childish and all of that stuff?
Well, the Book of Enoch, that's pseudo. That's not even had nothing to do with this.
Pseudo meaning what?
Meaning they found a fragment with like a couple words from the Book of Enoch, nowhere near enough to make a complete book. They found one little piece, like if I rip a piece of paper, like if I just ripped the corner of that page right there, that's what they found.
All right, so that's what you're saying with as far as the Book of Enoch. But like when it comes to the Ethiopian Bible, to my knowledge, that's supposed to be the most complete one. So, to my knowledge, the Book of Enoch is in the Ethiopian Bible, which is the oldest one.
The oldest complete, the oldest complete Bible that we have is called the Codex Sinaiticus. It has Codex Sinaiticus.
I heard that term a little bit ago. I don't think I.
It has 80 books in it.
80 books. Right?
Yep.
So is the Book of Enoch?
So the ancient
No, it's not.
No. There once was a Book of Enoch.
I'm
but
not talking about that because I'm just trying to know which ones should I pay attention to. That's what I'm asking.
the ones in the 1611.
Which one is that?
This is the 1611 King James. No, the 1611. This is like
James?
This is like 40, 50 years after the Geneva 1546.
Nah, that's the thing that come with the King James. I know he took out a lot of words.
Nah, because see, King James never touched the book. King James had 70 translators, right? 70 of the best translators. You got the information, brother.
I admire you, young brother. I love you, brother. And guess what? I'm an old man now. I'm over 60. I can't fight. I can't do it no more. The young brother's doing it.
Moses was 80. Remember that.
Okay. Well, that was...
Moses was 80. Remember that. Right?
Smoked a lot of dope and drank a lot of liquor.
Well, look.
Hey, bro, we got our advice, bro.
Watch that car.
I'm always, because man, this is positive.
But yeah, the 1611, right, with King James, he never actually picked up a pen and wrote nothing or erased nothing. He had translators. And what we do, especially us up here, is we go to the ancient manuscript and we read the ancient manuscript for ourselves without having to rely or depend on necessarily an English translation alone, because a lot of times a lot of things can get mistranslated or lost in translation, dealing with translating from Middle Eastern Semitic language like Hebrew to this new language called English. You can lose a lot of stuff, so we study Hebrew and Greek. Go read it for ourselves and then get the proper understanding. Like, watch this, for example, the virgin birth, right? Everybody try to say, oh, Jesus was born of a virgin. But that word virgin in Hebrew, right, does not denote a woman who's never had sex. It denotes a young woman who's of a marriageable age. So that there's a different word in Hebrew for a woman who's never been touched by a man. But that's not the one that is in that context.
I can do that because I never believe it's like we know by that. You know what I'm saying?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, from the top.
Bring it out.
Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest?
Right? So God said that he made heaven and he made earth. So where is the house that you build him? Because they call that church building the house of God. But he made everything that building is made out of. Right, and the Bible also tells us that we are the temple of God. You see that? So that's why when you go to that church, when you go to that house of God, they're doing everything contrary to God, because God just said he's not there. That's not his place of rest. Right? Now hear what he said about the pastors that run that church.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1.
Read it out.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
So like you said, you pretty typically try to leave the Bible alone. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way that they've misused and abused the book. And God said they got a punishment coming for that, because that's what they do. they make people, they get people to basically take their frustrations with religion out on the Bible. And they get the church is getting people that take their frustrations with religion out on God Himself. When you should be mad at the institution that misused it versus God, who simply just put it here for you. Do you get mad at a screwdriver for stabbing somebody, or do you get mad at the person that misused the screwdriver?
Good analogy. Thinking about like with the Bible, because I'm telling you, like I was brought up as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Basically, brought up in church. I'm a search, I'm a seeker of knowledge. So I don't know. That's how, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lot of research, you know what I'm saying? I'm not from them. The reason why I say I stay away from the Bible because certain shit, because I read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? I believe in the Bible. But it's certain stuff that I just know that is bullshit.
Like what?
I can tell you something.
Like something like in the Bible?
Yeah.
Like what?
I can tell you. Shit. Like, say for instance, when Cain got put out, right? Who was the people that were supposed to kill him?
The other people on the planet.
Who was they? They wanted part of him? Or they was from somebody else?
They're from somebody else.
So then,
That's one of those misconceptions that I'm saying the church taught. Is that Adam and Eve was only two people.
So when we come back to the Elohim, it's plural, right?
Yep.
So it's gods or a God?
It's the angels.
Angels, okay. We can say angels, but ain't there a creation of God?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what are angels? Is they, you know what I'm
Spiritual
saying?
beings.
Spiritual beings. Are you a spiritual being?
Yeah, that's dwelling in a fleshly
In
body.
a physical,
Yep.
yeah, okay. We in the physical.
Angels are just spiritual beings with absent a physical body.
And I ain't trying to say this, bro. I'm just trying to get an
Yeah.
understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because I read, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
And I'm glad it's all out here. That's why I stopped.
Uh-huh.
Because I want to know. And then like, when I see stuff like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Just even with God. Like say, for instance, Elohim. That's plural, right? It means it's multiple. And then I hear stuff like marked up in the Bible, Amen, and all of those people. I mean, y'all know y'all heard this shit too. You know what I'm saying? They been talking about those. We been talking about this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But how do we know which one is right?
Well, here's the
Because
thing.
they always correlate.
Yeah, we're not monotheistic. We're not monotheistic. Monotheistic means you only believe in just one God.
And that's what I'm saying, though. That's why I say the Bible, because they try to tell us there's only one God.
Yeah, but the Bible don't even teach monotheism.
Yeah, but that's why I say it's kind of contradiction, because they changed the words. Like when you saying, I'm gonna make man in my image, when it said our image, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Who is our? Because that's why I believe when I say trick, and that's why I pay attention to it, I learn from it, but I try to stay away from certain shit when I really find out a little bit more about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we need that.
Yeah, but the Bible is not monotheistic. It doesn't just, there's only one God ever in existence. It's monolatry. And what it is monolatria, meaning one worship. So we worship only one God without denying the existence of other gods. Watch this.
Right? I got you.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8 in the GNT. The Most High assigned nations their lands. He determined where peoples should live. He assigned to each nation a heavenly being. But Jacob's descendants he chose for himself.
Right. So God said, I'm going to govern over the Israelites. But he gave each of these other nations their own God to serve. Right? So we believe that there's one Most High God, Yahweh. And that's who we serve and worship. The other nations have their own gods that they serve and worship.
Like your power, right? You say your power. I heard that maybe I
Yeah, Yahweh, that yeah.
I know Jay wasn't back then.
Yahweh and Yeshua, that's just Yiddish. So that's just a different dialect. But in the original language, in the ancient Hebrew or Paleo Hebrew, the father's name is Yahweh and the son's name is Yahweh Shai.
And then that's where they probably say Yeshua
Yeah.
That's
And-
why they do it like that.
Yeah, and that's just a different dialect.
Okay.
That's Yiddish.
And say it one more time for me.
The father's name is Yahweh, Yahwah, and the son's name is Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai. And then I say, Yahweh Shai, I know that his name is like
No, yeah, his name. So the father's name is the existing one, or he exists. The son's name means he is salvation. So in our culture, in Hebrew culture, it's something called nomenclature or nomenclature, which means the name that you have has a lot bearing on what you grow up to be or what you grow up to be. See what I'm saying? Like Yahweh Shai means he is salvation.
All right, give me an example with your name. The name that you was given and how it came into point to how you grew up.
The name I was given, like at birth, my Hebrew name.
You said your name involves how you grew up in a sense.
Well, that name has been. I mean, that culture that we had like that has been lost over, through because Leon. Any of these English names are not going to be even names that we would have had back then. See what I'm saying? Yeah, Leon means lion, but the Hebrew for that is Ariah.
So look, my name is Derek, right? Now I know like an English term, right? Derek is like an oral, like, you know what I'm saying? It's got parts of an oral thing. It's like a praying oral. So if you were to take my name and put it into that, how would it?
Well, that's transliteration, right? Trying to take that name and flip it into Hebrew.
So I'm saying that it came from something. So like,
Where's the woman at? I see all men. Where the women at?
At home taking care of our kids.
I got something set to do right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All praises, that's beautiful.
Saying your boys, I'm gonna listen.
That's beautiful. All praises.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, trying to take Derek or what that mean in Hebrew, that's kind of like at that point that's transliteration.
I get it. So Nadir, how do y'all look at like Muslims and Islam?
Well, see, Muslims that's just a religion. We don't.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all Hebrew, right? So like, what is it? Is it Torah?
We the whole Bible.
Whole Bible. Okay, so how do y'all feel about that? Because they all still children of God.
Well, give me Romans 9. Right? I know I understand what you're saying, but it's funny you say that while asking specifically about Muslim like Arabs, right? Because that's predominantly who they are.
Muslims, Arab. I know,
but that's predominant though.
They predominantly Muslims, like with the Islam. Because I know I'm not like, because I know it's different sets of the shit, like how they act and how they do the shit. I learned a little bit about it because I still stick to my way, but I got my pops is Muslim. I got people in my family that converted. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in that sense, where like our people is just following that religion, then yeah, they would be still God's children, right? And that's a curse. It's one of the curses God put on us to serve other religions. So how we feel about it is we try to get our people to come out of that and try to get them to come back to their true nationality, heritage. Because give me Exodus 20. One of the first laws we get when we come out of Egypt is that we not supposed to follow no other gods. Right? Exodus 20.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3.
Bring it
Thou
out.
shalt have no other gods before me.
So we're not supposed to worship Allah. We're not supposed to worship white Jesus or Christianity. We're supposed to worship the Most High God, Yahweh. That's our God, right?
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 36.
Bring it out.
Get verse 15 and show the context of that verse.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So if you don't obey God and follow God and keep his commandments, then all of these curses are going to happen, right?
Verse 36, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou, neither nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
Now, being a Muslim, right, you're supposed to do what? Take your Hajj to Mecca, right? You're supposed to, once you get to Mecca, you're supposed to walk around that Kaaba stone. Exactly. And God told us we're not supposed to do that. So we try to get our people to keep the commandments of God, which one of them was have no other gods before him.
Okay, so like under commandments, I don't know if I'm saying it right. So like, you know what I'm saying? We got 10 commandments, right?
More than that.
Right, it's 40, like on
613.
613.
Hey, excuse me. Hold on. Listen. It's 1,010 in America.
Damn, bro.
Sorry about that,
You can't see why the hell you riding the bike then, bro. You should have went around or something. Disrespectful as hell. I'm recording something, man. I wouldn't come
Oh,
to
you
that
know
like
that's the 42 confessions.
I made a glass or
of
something.
Okay.
It's all good, bro. I forgive
Yeah, I know what you're
you.
talking
Just
about.
next time, look out.
Some type
All
of
right.
recollections, I know it might either take from this or take from that.
I mean, there's just like universal things.
That you don't do.
Yeah,
Like
like,
Thomas said, you got,
there's certain universal things that, like,
it's been in it.
we don't have,
Like a motherfucker shouldn't tell you. Excuse my language, a motherfucker supposed to say,
that's why when you heard 613 laws, you was just like, whoa, bro, like you said. About half of them, you already watched this. Leviticus 18. No, ain't nobody really but laughing at you, brother. You got Leviticus 18 watch? I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna just show you how, like, in the spirit, our people just, some of the stuff is innate. Nobody had to tell us. Start at verse 5.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness.
So the rest of this chapter is all about sexual things that you shouldn't do. Sexual deviancy, right? And nobody had to tell you that sleeping with your mama, sleeping with your daddy's woman, sleeping with your sister, sleeping with your grandma or your auntie was wrong.
Right.
You just innately know that. We just grew, that's the way that we as niggas grew up. Because we know everybody else, there's certain people that, there's certain people that stay in the backwoods of the country that think that's normal. Right? So that's showing how innate that some of this stuff is in us. That's our spirit bearing witness that we are the children of God. Right? So the stuff like that, things like that, is like, it sounds like a lot when you hear 613, but it's really simple. It's really easy.
Like I just didn't know it was that many.
It's really simple
I'm
stuff.
about to tell y'all, bro, because look, I got I'm about to kick it with y'all, man. So look, I'm about to go get my beer. I'm about to sit here and drink my beer, and I want to be educated. You know what
All
I'm saying?
praises to the Most High.
I'm gonna kick it with y'all,
All
fellas.
praises. All praises.
Real, I'll be right back.
How you doing, young king? You doing all right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, so-called black people are the real Jews, man.
That's right.
Right? Y'all God-chosen people. Right? What you
got? You got a good bearing. You got a good bearing.
I mean, I can't just be on the microphone laughing.
That's very disrespectful. He was trying to be tagged.
Bro, like that. All right. What verse you got?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, from the top.
Bring it out.
I say the truth in Christ. I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
Or who?
Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises.
That's special. The fact that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were given the law of God. That's something not to be taken lightly. Because don't nobody else got it. Which is why the world is in such decay. Right? Which is why it's such a big thing that in Louisiana, they're making it so you can put the 10 Commandments in the school. Right? Which they never should have took the laws of God out to school anyway. Matter of fact, I think that the Bible should be curriculum in these schools. Right? Then maybe we'll stop having so many children, right? So many high school kids, teenagers, smoking weed, drinking, disobeying their parents, right? Doing all manners of wickedness, right? If only we would put that curriculum in school. That should be what did they call the classes you had to take, the core classes? Bible 101 should be one of them, right? Because that's what we need to live. That's how we should live, right? By way of the laws of God. Through the Spirit of the Most High, all praise. Well, all praises in the Most High, right?
Verse 5. Whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh Christ came, who is over all, God bless forever. Amen. Right. Not as though the word of God had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
Give me that in 1 Corinthians 3:16. Hold on, brother. Before you spark that up real quick, listen to this.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth within you?
You are the temple of God, brother, right? The Spirit of God dwells in you.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
You know what defiles the temple of God? Tobacco. No, your little beer, okay.
So tobacco, so beer will be cool. What makes beer okay? Other than tobacco.
No,
because tobacco comes from the earth. I'm just explain to me. I'm listening, bro.
Well, it does come from the earth, but so does the coca leaf.
Yeah, but when you use the coca leaf, I do it medical. Now, like I'm gonna tell you something that I know. They call some controlled substance, right? Like in this world, right? Controlled substance. Controlled substance. And I had to learn medical stuff. It means that they take, so like, I know controlled substance, like heroin. Heroin came from the poppy seed, right? And the poppy plant, coca. Coca, all this shit was actually in my opinion. It was good until they corrupted like drugs.
But you know,
I think drugs, when you take natural things like aspirin, you took that shit from something natural and then made it to it.
and like Cat Williams said, you take too many of them, it'll be your last headache. Right? Genesis 1. Yeah, you just bought a new one. Look at the Surgeon General warning on that new one. So let me tell you. Let me tell you about the like you said, it comes from the earth, right? Here's how God prescribed us to use things from the earth.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29.
Bring it out.
And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat.
So you're supposed to eat it. You don't take broccoli and roll that up and smoke it. Well, anything, you don't take lettuce. Any lettuce that grow in the
Any lettuce
ground.
is not
That grow in the ground.
all genetically modified.
Well, listen, brother. Whatever vegetable that grows from the ground that's natural, you don't roll that up in a leaf and smoke it. You see what I'm saying? So tobacco leaf, the coca leaf, is meant to be eaten, not meant to be smoked. The function of the lungs is to inhale oxygen, get oxygen to your blood, and exhale the carbon dioxide.
I know that much, bro.
Yeah, when you smoke the tobacco, that's a carcinogenic. It's messing up your lungs. It causes cancer, right? It's defiling the temple. Now, wine, for example, drinks. Wine comes from grapes. They can come from other fruits too. You just juice it. You add a little sugar, let it ferment, right? And it's something that's natural. And actually, they say like a glass of red wine every now and then is actually beneficial to your health.
I
Right.
even heard that saying that for even a pregnant woman, like, you take a glass of red wine, just like a little bit, maybe a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I heard that.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
No, I'm just saying. So
getting educated, bro.
yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, to differentiate, because you was asking, so what's so different about the drink versus doing this?
So with this, like, take this in the spirit, right? So I know it's something like rain, whatever it might come to, but it's spirit, it's science. So with the brains, even doing that same shit,
Yeah, they just take the grain, add,
you know the fermentation is going to create the alcohol.
yeah, and that's what's gonna create the effect, right? So you just ferment it by adding sugar, letting it sit, letting it age, and then boom. So
And I know a lot about that shit too, because I'm you know what I'm saying? We had fermentation, about that process, and functional bartender. Like, you learn something about liquor, like, vodka, and I ain't know cognac. Like, you say alcohol, cognac. You start out white, and it goes from this, and then that shit gets the color of the cells. You know what I'm saying? And that whiskey, cognac, brandy, the same damn thing. Same thing, but I'm not too much about that.
no, you good. But I was just saying that's the difference between smoking a leaf. Smoking a plant versus eating the plant. Now, if you was eating tobacco, I could not the chewing tobacco that you spit out, not that. But I'm talking about the actual leaf. When you ate it, you know what I'm saying? No, we supposed to eat the herbs. Yeah. So that's cool.
Preach to me, bro. I'm listening, man. I'm telling you, man. Even though I'm doing this and all that shit, man, I'm doing it. But it ain't never too late to not learn, to not, you know what I'm saying? Get with it.
Right. What you got?
This is the book of John chapter 10, verse 34.
Bring it out.
Jesus answered them, "Is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods?"
Right? Christ said we gods, right? We got to start living like it. We got to start carrying ourselves like it, right? It's not like a god. It's not like a king to, find ourselves with tobacco. Because now I'm not as energetic. Because when we read the Bible, we read like King David. He didn't just send his army out to war. Here y'all go. No, David was on the battlefield on the front line with him. That's king. That's what kings do. As like any leader should. I'm not gonna ask you to do nothing I wouldn't do myself. Right? But we got to take care of ourselves. Let me ask you this: do you eat like pork?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean-
Like I told you, like even when my pops, he a Muslim, he don't just say pork. He don't agree with it, but he wouldn't force himself on me. Like, I ain't gonna just like, you gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But he tell me that shit because we hear about pork, but I eat pork. It tastes good, but you know the difference. Excuse me, because like. My pops, he don't even eat like candy, like gelatin. I know that. Cooking wise, I know that's all pork and shit and all that shit. But
It can come from other sources. They got beef gelatin.
Yeah, it ain't that good though. It ain't. I'm telling you. It ain't.
Pectin.
Yeah.
That come from what? That's beef. That's the beef gelatin.
That's the beef one.
Bovine is the beef one.
What was it called?
Bovine.
Bovine. But you know what I'm saying, in the cooking world, you know what I'm saying? we've had to do shit. Like I've been there, shit, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta realize.
This is the book of Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7.
Bring it
And
up.
the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
So the pig is unclean, right? Read.
Verse 8. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Right? You're not even supposed to touch the dead body of a pig. You're not even supposed to touch that raw pork that's at the gas station. I mean, that's at the grocery store. See what I'm saying? You definitely shouldn't touch it if it's at the gas station. Yeah, definitely, if it's there, you shouldn't touch it. But you know.
And that's what I'm saying. Cause like that's why like when my pop like a Muslim, so he focused on that like, and that's why I say like you know about children because I don't knock what they do. It's not for me, but I don't knock when somebody's saying something right. You know what I mean? Like when he say like how you said, don't touch that pork. That's one of their big things. So it's like don't touch that pork. But I'm not gonna knock it, even though I'm still, you know what I'm saying. But I'm thinking if you tell me something right, I gotta get it out of myself. And And you know, it takes time, but I was raised like this, that you know you gotta really break it.
So my brother. What's going on, King?
It takes a lot to break it. So I'm not gonna say it for you. You know what I'm saying? You can say this shit to me right now, and I'll walk home and report your family. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, it don't happen overnight.
Yeah, no. Wrong one built over there.
That's why I'm listening to y'all, man. Because a lot of motherfuckers need to. And then, like, the shit that y'all educate me, I'm gonna go research it. And then I gotta teach it to them. You know what I'm saying? I gotta teach this.
Gotta teach it to them, yup.
You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing I can teach them is not to make the same mistakes that I did. You know what I'm saying? And then help them make a better way than, you know what I'm saying? Shit that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I ain't had nobody that fuck. I had to learn shit the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Now they're on your own. You know what I'm saying? We go on, bro. I don't know how old y'all boys is. I'm 35. You know what I'm saying? I done seen niggas die, the niggas free, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I see y'all got y'all guns, niggas gun on. I got my gun on me too. I'm licensed though, you know what I'm saying? I'm not bullshitting out there like that. I see the gun right here. And my motherfucking gun. Like, come on. I had to turn, I can catch it on that all the time, they won't look at conspiracy.
You know why?
Because they got a lot of, they got a lot of fucking, what I would say,
Deuteronomy 28:54.
That's doing this.
You know why?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54.
Bring it
So
up.
that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
That's why. That's why we gotta walk around with our guns on us, right? While we take that, because like you said, you're doing it lawfully. But there's some brothers out here, there's some people out here that feel like they'd rather get caught with it than without it, right?
I've been in that position, bro.
Yeah. So watch this. Read it one more time.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54.
Bring it up.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
So it said the man that'll give you the last dollar out of his pocket and the shirt off his back, even his eye is gonna be evil towards his brother, right? So we live in Detroit, Michigan. It's as simple as going on Crime in the D or going to your local neighborhood gas station and you see it, bro. You see the evil our niggas got for each other and don't know each other from a can of paint. In the same position, in the same predicament, in the same struggle, and niggas just hate each other for no reason. But it's because we're under these curses, right? Remember we read in this chapter earlier, verse 15, that if we don't obey God, we will be cursed, right? And this is one of them. That we're going to have an evil eye towards each other.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom.
From our brothers, from our women, right? We starting to see a lot of cases, or you might know a lot of niggas who get into it with their girl, and they in the house trying to kill each other. It's because we under these curses. We see all these domestic violence cases. We hear about all this stuff on the internet, right? It's because we're under the curses, read.
And toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
And towards his children, which he shall leave. We know who got the stigma from coming from homes without pops. It's because we're under these curses.
I came from a home without a pop. I met my pops at 14, 15 years old. I was in high school. And then me as a young nigga at that time, once I met him, I felt like it when he tells me, nah, bro, where you been at? You know what I'm saying? I've been doing that little murder shit. But it's like, I'm out here, man, I'm selling shit. You ain't telling me shit, nigga, because I had to watch my mama suffer and not have shit. And put me to the streets. And then niggas in the streets didn't tell me, no, your dog is going to jail. You make 4.0s, why you out here selling weed? You know what I'm saying? People going to school, they don't tell you, like, you know what I'm saying, the shit that come with it. My motherfuckers can tell you to go to school. Help me go to school. I got accepted to King Pass and Renaissance. I couldn't even make it to there. Motherfucker gave me no thing, give me $5 for the week. I kept the bus off the rest. Right here, that shit. Went to the neighborhood school. Shit. You know how that shit goes.
Yeah, and that's because we under these curses. That's we just read it right there. We under these curses, man.
That's my point,
You know
though.
what I'm saying?
People that tell. Like right now, like I said, I got 6 boys, right? And I'm listening to y'all because I'm trying to get my boys and doing shit that I want. Y'all got that thing. I was growing up, I seen y'all already with this. I know about this shit like you 12 times and all that shit. I know part of it.
This is the book of James, chapter 4, and verse 14.
Bring it up.
Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time, and then vanisheth away.
So we know that tomorrow not promise. Give me Sirach 5 and 7. Oh, you have it? Give me Sirach 5 and 7. Tomorrow not promise. Right? So we can't delay, we can't haste and put off for tomorrow. I know you was using it as an analogy, but it's important that now that you know this information, that you don't just go home and heat up a pork chop. You know what I'm saying? And again, I know you was using it as an analogy, but that just means that once we find out, we got to start right there. And like you said, it's not gonna happen overnight. You ain't gonna go home tonight and just be the best Hebrew Israelite you could possibly be. But you got to take the first steps. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
It starts slowly.
There you
Can I ask you a question, bro?
Go ahead.
So, like, actually, as far as my family, like, you know, like, all the business way back in Africa, like, where people came from Nigeria, West Africa.
You know what tribe?
That was it was actually a form. And probably already here.
Then you would be from the tribe of Gad. Where Gad at? Right there. The so-called Native American. Because we go by. Because we go by the father's side.
Nigeria. Oh, so it's the father's side.
The father determined the seed.
Okay, and then so if something like a black man, what you want to say that?
Then you'd be a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Gad.
Yeah, which one?
So-called Native Americans.
You all look like it.
Yeah.
I do.
Listen. There's certain features, right?
What?
Like not the Genesis, that too. Genesis. Give me Genesis 49. Somebody give me Genesis 49. You got numbers 1? Get that.
Oh, yeah.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18.
Bring it up.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their fathers?
Right.
According to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls.
So that's how you determine with the nationality that you come from, right?
Right. So look, so now, I can't say where my father came from. I'm only talking just off my mama's side.
Oh, your mama's side.
You know what I'm saying? I know this was the first woman, and that was the name. My father's side, I think it's real simple. Like I told you, I know this song. I know a little bit about this right now with this baby. And We kept a book. You know what I'm saying? Family rooms, all that shit, we kept a book.
Get me
I
Job.
think I'm like in the like.
I want to say Job 8 and 8.
Generation of my family. Like since like 18.
Job 8 and 8, I believe. All right, what you got? That's all right. You got all
Yeah.
that.
This is the book of Job, chapter 8 and verse 8.
Bring it up.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
You got to prepare yourself to the search of your fathers. You got to go figure out what your genealogy is, right? Because despite everything that we've been taught, right? Well, I read that verse earlier, but Jacob is a lot of God chose to govern over, rule over Jacob, right? That's who he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you another question? I ain't
Go ahead.
gonna cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Because I'm curious.
We up here to answer questions.
Where did Jace come from? So what was Jacob?
Yaiquab. Yaiquab.
So is that the same as Jacob?
Well, Yaqub is just again a different dialect. A different dialect of it.
Dialect? But is that the same?
Yeah, the Paleo Hebrew is Yaiquab.
Because they say Jacob is in the sense. It's a misinterpretation of Jacob.
No, it's just a different dialect. So
Not the name, the person, period.
same person.
Same person.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, same person.
So can I ask you something? I
Go ahead.
heard like even when it goes down to Yaqub, I heard he made white people.
Nah. Yup. Genesis chapter 25.
Like
White people
genetically,
is Jacob's twin brother.
with Esau.
There you go. This is brother, you know.
I told you I came up
You
in
know, but what's your name, brother?
Derek, bro. I
You
came
did
up
say
in
that.
this shit, man, but you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that can confuse me and stay you away from it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25. And
Facts start at 23.
verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, they were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
So you know white people ain't really white. They're like pink. They like pink. They blood show through.
Hello?
What's your old?
Yeah, I'm okay, baby. I'm at the store. I'm talking to somebody.
I was talking.
My bad. Yeah, my bad.
Give me yeah, that's all right. 5 and 7.
So wait. Like, you say,
Nah,
yeah, they say no one has blue eyes. On white or like
that's an Enoch. Yeah, that's
that's the albino.
that's in pseudo rightness. Nope,
So you know, those they describe by knowing a little bit.
they don't.
They don't.
Nope, they don't describe Noah at all. They describe Jesus.
I know. Not her.
They describe Jesus.
You know Jesus. And then when you think about like shit, like
Just think about the area he was in.
right, but at the same time, because I feel the Middle East is part of Africa.
They sit on the African tectonic plate.
Right now, the tectonic plate is on Africa. Who can say that what y'all saying? I ain't saying that shit off right now. That there won't be somebody else like y'all. I'm really trying to create something, something.
They gotta prove it. Prove what? Of course.
By what? By the book, right? I'm being hypothetical, like I'm questioning y'all.
Yeah, but we don't just use the book. We use archaeology. We use history.
Oh, so the Bible says we what 6,000 years Archaeologists say it's millions.
You know how they come up with these millions of years? Carbon dating.
They can't date rock.
You know, exactly.
Right, but how long do you think that shit was in here? Like, the 6 seconds is pyramid. You think it was less than 6 hours? Or more?
The pyramids.
Like you say, because somebody made it. You don't believe in aliens, right? How long?
I don't have any evidence to support that.
Right, but you know what they confuse you with? Because you know what an alien is?
The stranger foreigner.
Shit. And it's a lot of shit, man. Like when they say that height and all that bullshit. I believe in firmament.
Give me 2 Measures
I
14.
believe in firmament, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, give me Genesis 1. Genesis chapter 1. 14 verse.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, and verse 7. In verse 6, and God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament, and the waters from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so.
So the Bible tells you that there's a firmament, right? As above, so below. Keep the waters up there from down here. And you know, I don't know if you've seen that video. They had a submarine trying to it wasn't a submarine. I forgot what it was.
When they went down below,
And they
then
kept trying to go, and they
another
kept-
lake,
yep.
and it was like this, and it was like bouncing them, and then I see that.
As above, so below.
But look, that's even down below. What space?
More.
I believe that. People say we went to space, and and then I'm
That's what it say. Hold on, read that verse
you see
again.
like stars, if you ever look at stars, it looks like it's like magnetic in a sense like that.
It's just like
It's like
a star is just a
atoms.
ball of gas.
Yeah, it's a ball of gas, but where is that ball of gas? It's not out there.
Just up in the firmament.
But it's not a fucking million miles away, light
Yeah,
years
no.
away.
Yeah, no.
We wouldn't see that shit. They try to tell us that light
If-
travels. You know what travels?
if the Earth-
light, sound.
If the Earth was that far away, you'll be able to feel the sun. What's going on, King? You doing all right?
They tell you.
We teaching the truth of the Bible.
That's the word.
So-called
Sound.
blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people.
That's right.
And that Jesus Christ looked something like you, brother.
I already know that. I'm a That's why I'm
You said you're an evangelist? What do you evangelize?
What?
I said, what do you evangelize?
Ministry of Christ.
And what's the ministry of Christ?
It's like, yes, you understand the Bible. The religion is not what man made. Christ, Jesus made all his children to be disciples, not religion. They got to understand that first.
No, listen, I understand that wholeheartedly. We're not up here preaching religion.
You know what?
We're not up here preaching religion.
Okay.
We're up here preaching heritage and culture.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Because our people need to know the culture.
Yeah. We're giving them the same exact message that Christ gave. Repent from your wickedness and keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. Have faith, believe in Christ, and that's how you get salvation. You keep the laws of God? Do you keep the laws of God? I said, do you keep the laws of God? But I'm asking about the laws though. Like, do you adhere to the law of God? So let me ask you that: where your fringes at?
Huh?
Where your fringes at?
With my who?
Fringes?
My friend?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't have them. Don't give me that. Don't need them.
Why you don't need them?
Got him.
That's a part of the law.
But I got
But what did he tell you?
But he also told me I don't. Yeah, he said I need them at the time.
Matthew 5:17.
I know Matthew 5.
Matthew 5:17.
Don't need them.
Why you don't need them?
No.
Why you don't need them?
You know I walk with him.
It's impossible for you to walk with him, and it is. Give me Luke 6:43.
Okay, good. Luke.
Give me Luke 6:43. Right? Luke chapter 6 verse 43, and then we're gonna hit Matthew 5. It's imperative. Hold on. Why you walking away? I thought you was an evangelist. Right? Christ wouldn't walk away in the middle of a conversation about the laws of God.
That's right.
You don't really walk with Christ, bro. Give me Luke 6 and 43.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 43.
Bring it out.
No, verse 46.
Verse 46.
Bring it out.
And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
Right? Everybody claim to profess to believe in him, but don't do none of the things he say. What did he tell us about keeping the laws of God? Matthew 5 and 17.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Read.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
No part of the law is going to pass away until all be fulfilled, right?
Can I ask you a question, bro?
Go ahead.
Because I want to know why, so like what y'all was talking about, like with the evangelist, I don't know nothing about the evangelist. I ain't gonna say act like it. But what was the difference, what was y'all debate about? Explain that further.
Because, see, here's the thing, right? Everybody claims that they on this mission, the same mission that Christ was on.
So that's what evangelist
But then, when we read the mission that Christ had, read that verse you just had again. The mission that Christ was on, Christ wasn't breaking the commandments, and he wasn't teaching people to break the commandments. See, if he's not wearing them, he said, I don't need them because I walk with Christ, then what is he telling everybody else? Oh, you don't got to worry about that. But what did Christ tell us? He told us to be perfect.
To be perfect.
As our
And that's
Father
to
in heaven is
strive to be
perfect.
What makes you perfect?
So you have to
I'm
strive
saying,
the law of
what
God.
I'm saying, but can you do you do the law of God every day with not breaking the rules?
Yep.
You do. I commend you for
Listen,
that.
and that's the thing. And that's the thing.
I commend you for
The
that.
church and other people tell us that's impossible to do. But Christ's not the only person we read about in this book that did it. It's not something that's... And look around. All these brothers you see out here, I can I know all of these brothers. I can emphatically... I can emphatically tell you. Yeah, no, I can tell you that emphatically. Everybody out here, every single day of their life, adhere to the laws of God.
That's right.
Every single one of them. Put my life on it. Right? And you know why? That's because we all know we all keep each other accountable. Right? If I see this brother doing something, hey, bro, you know, we got to get the law. Right? Because we weren't grew up in this. We didn't want raised in this. So it might be stuff that this brother didn't know was in there that he might need to be enlightened on. There might be something I don't know that I might need to be enlightened on. Once I'm enlightened on it, I repent from doing it, and then I don't do it no more. Right?
Sharpen iron.
Exactly. And so shall a man sharpen his friend.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 48.
Bring it out.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father who is in heaven is perfect.
That's
It
right.
tells you to be perfect like your Father in heaven is perfect, and it means complete. Right? So when it says be perfect, perfect don't mean without fault. Right? It don't mean to be without fault. That's one definition of perfect. But this means to be complete, to be whole. Because the law there's things in the law that tell you once you messed up, this is how you make that right. Right? So you make that wrong right, that's making you complete, that's making you perfect. Right?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias of the course of Abiah, and his wife was of the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth, and they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless.
So John the Baptist's parents, these other two people, we said they walked in all the ordinances, the commandments of God, blameless. You couldn't fault them if you wanted to, right? So it's something that's attainable, it's something that's achievable. It just comes with discipline. You have to set your mind to do it. And that's what we were saying. It's not the laws of God really not hard. At least half of them you already innately keep.
I want to know, you said with a 400. That's it. That's what I want to know.
613.
Something about that.
613. They all in the first five.
I feel wrong.
You got to read in the first 5 books. You know what I'm saying? Genesis through Deuteronomy. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy.
Like I told you, I came up here with it, and now part of my way. I never left it. You know what I'm saying? I just felt it was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't believe in the ties. I didn't believe in that shit in myself because I felt like we had to take money to church. When I was a kid, man, they gave us $1 every day. When we go to church, we got to get them our dollar, right?
You know what the original time was? Whatever kind of crops or anything that you was growing.
Right?
But if you was too far away, then you turned it into
God,
money.
or we offered it to them? Because I know about business, and churches is big business.
The original tithe is for the temple, right? It's for the temple. It's for the storehouse.
For me.
No, for the actual temple that we have in Jerusalem, right? Because the Levites wasn't working. The Levites didn't have jobs. They didn't tend the crops because their job was to minister in the temple. So we got the storehouse in the temple.
About just explaining their situation.
Yeah, so we
all
take
of us?
so we take our 10% and we take it to the temple. We take it to the Levites. They put it in the storehouse, and then they have a tithe of the tithe that's for them.
That take care of the community. So,
Yeah, that's what the
so
storehouse.
it's like
That's what the storehouse is. Yeah.
And then and that's another thing with churches. What got me out, because man, you would see a church everywhere on this motherfucking block or every corner. But man, can you go to the church and be like, man, I'm giving you all my tithes. I can't give you 10% of my earnings.
It can't get help with the light bill. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's the shit. Like, well, I'm gonna give you my money, and I can't even come to you. They tell me to pray about it. I need some help with my light bill. But we gonna pray for brother. We gonna pray for him. The Lord's gonna give him.
And then he about to drive away.
Lord, help him.
Yeah, then he
so
gonna-
his life's good. Then tomorrow I'm in the
Then he
dark.
gonna drive away in the Benz.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and drive away in the Benz. But then I'm in the dark though. I'm still look. Tomorrow I'm gonna be praying. Y'all pray for me. They still cutting my shit off tomorrow, bro.
Right, but that go back to what we said. The pastor, they destroy the sheep. They scatter the sheep away. They not, because if you were familiar with like sheep and herd,
I thought we supposed to be lambs though.
well, a lamb is just a young sheep. That's all a lamb is. It's a baby sheep, a sheep under a year. All right.
Like cows with what they call calves.
Yeah, cows.
Cows with
Yep. Because if you're familiar with it, what does a sheep do? A sheep only know to follow the shepherd.
I want to ask about clothing. I'm not just versed in this, but I know about it. Wool or linen, like not mixing clothes, like materials and things like that. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, you're not supposed to do it.
I know what I'm saying, but I want to, because I heard about it.
22 and let me see what we got.
But this start, that y'all call that David, the star of
22
David, or is that,
and 11.
the Masonic?
No, this is it's a lily.
It's a lily.
Yep. You know the flower?
Like the flower of life?
No, the flower of lily. I'll show you.
No, because like that's a 6-point star, right? Like look on my arm, man.
Give me wisdom of Solomon.
This say PHA, right? They think I'm press hall affiliate because this say PHA. But this was just me being a kid, a teenager, just me testing the 3 blocks I was around. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? But they think that's Prince Hall. But with that star, that's the 6 point. I know they say it could be the star of David.
It's a lily.
What makes it that?
Look at it.
I can see it.
Look at it and then look at that.
I can see it. It's 6. It's 6 points. 6 points. I can see it.
That's what it is.
But where
Give
it
me
come from?
First Kings 11.
Tell me where it come from.
Oh, you got wisdom of Solomon?
That's why I'm.
It's 5 and I want to say 24. No, wisdom of Solomon. 5 and
I never
24.
heard that it can't, that was a lick.
No, I'm looking for the circle of the stars. 5 and 13. Circle of the stars. When you find circle of the stars, you get First Kings. First Kings 7 and 22. Give me the circle of the stars and some wisdom of Solomon. Some wisdom. Whoever got, you guys go verse first?
This is the book of wisdom. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 7, verse 22. And upon the top of the pillars was lily work. So was the was the work of the pillars finished.
So we were commanded to put at the top of the pillars of the temple lilies, lily work, right? The working of a lily. And this is what it looked like. Right? So you got your precept? Now watch this one. Now watch how the Bible describes stars.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13 and verse 2. But deemed either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars.
The circle of the stars. A star is a circle. Remember you was talking about when you look at it, it's a ball of gas.
Right, we know
Right?
that height.
This brother got a camera to zoom in clean on the star.
But
Right?
can I ask
And
you a
it's,
question?
and it's a perfect circle. Go
That
ahead.
sun, we know it's a star, right? It's
Yep.
a yellow. It's a yellow. Orange or whatever.
I would say it's white.
It's white.
I would say it's white.
It's white. And then
It's a ball of gas.
and it's roughly hydrogen and all that good shit. And then so it's the earth.
Is Earth what?
The earth.
I would say we live more in a terrarium than I would say flat.
I mean, we got our terrain, but it's because we know we got the firmament. I believe it. So when he closed this motherfucker in, what he closed in?
I mean, I still wouldn't just subscribe to flat Earth.
Not flat.
I just would
I'm
say
saying like
it's
the part
more of
that
like a
we own. It's the
terrarium.
part that we own. Do you believe it's more Earth than what we know knowledgeable about?
I wouldn't say so.
You don't think it's more land?
I mean, I believe there's land that hasn't been explored
Right.
or
That's what I'm
colonized
saying.
or civilized, but
Outside of
I don't
what you
think.
know.
Yeah, I don't think there's
Outside
more
of what you
land
know.
that nobody has told us about. I think we know about pretty much the scope of.
You think so?
Yeah, but like the land that we do know about, I don't believe it's all been explored.
I don't feel it's all been explored, but I think it's still more land. It's still more land. It's like when I look, I just look at words and shit. You know how English is. But when you extraterrestrial, right? That's not an alien. It's not coming from the sky. It's a firmament. I don't believe nothing coming from, you know what I'm saying? Whatever coming that we seeing is already here. It's extraterrestrial because it's out of our terrestrial. Terrestrial is just like an alien type shit. Extraterrestrial nigga could be the next block over. Like you could say this my terrestrial, you know what I'm saying? Extraterrestrial is the next block. This shit you don't know. How can you really say that it's nothing out there? Not no aliens. I ain't talking about no little great motherfuckers.
nah.
No, I ain't talking about that, bro. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about no little niggas with no big ass eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking about just outside of this shit. If we got guys and we got God and he enclosed us in this shit, where is he? He
Where's who?
outside of this shit watching us, right?
Who? Yeah.
The-
He's in heaven.
what-
He's in the
yeah,
heavens.
I don't want to mispronounce his name, right?
Yahweh.
Howard? So I'm hearing it different. So, Howard.
Yep. Yahweh.
Howard. And syllables is that 3?
Well, it's 4 letters.
4?
YHWH.
Why?
It's called the Tetragrammaton.
Like in that? Okay. So then when you like, not to say Jesus, but like his son.
Yahweh Shai.
And then is that 4 or 5?
YHWSHI. That's 5 letters.
And I like this shit, man. Y'all say I would be putting something. Yeah?
Well, it depends on who your father is. It depends on
Alright,
who your
I'm just
father's
saying, just
father's
going off of
father.
that.
But
Yeah, I don't even know my
if you,
father.
but if your pops, if your
I know
father's
they
father's
can't lie.
people is Native American, then you'd be from the tribe of Gad.
And
But you could be from the tribe of Judah, right? You could be.
I don't know. Because is this what you supposed to look like? Which one? Do y'all know which one y'all from?
Judah.
You from Judah. You from Judah. You from Judah. And y'all all got together.
The Most High God brought us
Right.
together.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm looking at the pictures. Judah is say African American, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But like when you look at it, it's this picture's up here showing like I'm as far as frame wise, like this Judah, Levi, Benjamin.
Yeah, so these people is Judah.
depict it's every line.
Yeah.
showing it.
So these people next to Judah is
Jason
Judah.
Kidd.
Is a nigga.
I know he a nigga, but damn. Jeter.
But that's to show it's not about color though.
I know it's not
Because
about
you
color,
see with the tribe of
though.
Benjamin,
Slice,
them
I know
Jamaicans.
he probably came
Look
from
at
that way.
look at.
See, like I could see.
But look at
him.
Clay.
Yeah, see, it's different. But see, like how y'all say, it's your father, too.
Yeah.
It's your father too. So, and my father's supposed to be coming up here from Memphis. I need to call his ass now. He's supposed to be on his way.
More than likely, bro, you might be from the tribe of Judah.
I don't know, man. Shit, like my daddy blood sign, bloodline is young. Like my daddy older cousin was Coleman Young. He was the mayor of the city. But I didn't know them. They're young. You know what I'm saying? I came from the north end. That was it. I just knew that side. From the north end was my family who came up from south from out of slavery. My uncle killed some motherfucker white boy. They was trying to kill all of them, just like even my mom and daddy came from Alabama. So my granny know people came from Georgia. They came from Alabama because they killed white people and they came and had to flee to Detroit. And then they just linked up on the north end, like Black Mountain Mall back that way, because that's what most niggas had to come to before niggas can go around the city. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like 30s. You know what I'm saying? And we was always in that same area. So with my pop shit, man, they was east side. But they was from everywhere. Because if you look at Coleman Young, man, nigga high yellow. In my opinion. Like you.
It happens every week.
Hey, Christopher, bro, yo, you high yellow, bro. You ain't light skinned. You know when they say light skinned, that's high yellow. I ain't trying to be funny though.
That's the Reddit joke. It happened to him everywhere.
You know how we came up. I ain't listen. And then what we gotta stop that shit. We gotta stop that shit, man. Educate me some more. Educate me some more, bro.
Yeah, that's this brother. That's the running joke every week. Somebody tell him how yellow.
How old is y'all folks?
Different ages.
Huh?
I got you, brother.
How old is you? 37.
27.
27. 25. You older than me. Y'all little niggas. Man, I'm just But yeah, I appreciate this, you know what I'm saying? Because age don't matter about knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the fact that y'all are even out because motherfuckers gonna walk past shit like this. You know? I'd rather listen.
But like Christ said, his sheep gonna hear his voice. His sheep
Even
gonna
if
hear
I
his
ain't
voice.
gonna like how you said, like nigga, you say you gotta stop doing this. I'm gonna listen to what you say and smoke this black and hit this bitch and put that shit in my mind, but I ain't even finna do it.
Well, I'm
You know what I'm
tell you.
saying? Like, you
about
said
my
nothing, I'm
personal
about to drink all water. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say can't.
I'm gonna tell you about my
Can't ain't
personal
in my
walk.
vocabulary. But I'm not. It's a choice at the same time.
I'm gonna let you know my personal walk, bro.
Yeah.
When I first learned this information,
Who taught
I
you?
used to
Who
smoke
taught
weed
you?
every
Who taught you
single
this
day.
though?
The leader of this organization. The leader of the organization.
Where
I'm
he at?
in.
I'm saying.
He
like,
based in Atlanta.
based in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So y'all go around the city in Detroit. Where y'all in here in Detroit? Y'all from Detroit?
Yeah.
What side of Detroit y'all from? Like, what
West
y'all
side.
know we got hood. I'm from the town.
West side.
You from the town? Townsend? Inkster. Inkster. Oh, you from Inkster? Oh, you in the projects? Alright. Listen, I know how that shit goes.
The west side.
I got some people that used to be from out there. I know how
Oh, no
that shit
worries.
go down there on the project. You might think you outside Detroit, but you finna find out
But you
little
know,
mini Detroit. That's what it is. Especially in that little shit, boy, you not making it out.
Yeah, but you know that's where niggas is at. Niggas is in the ghetto.
But yeah,
You know what the definition of ghetto is?
they experiment.
The quarter in the city where the Jews reside.
Right. You know what the North End was?
The
So
ghetto.
the area I came from is as far as North End, but that's where they put the Jews at.
His brother lived in the North End.
Where? What? I know every block on North End like this. What? Kenilworth and John Hart? Swear to God. You stay by the barbershops, where they got the little barbershop and shit, then the liquor store right there on Woodland and Kenilworth. If you on Kenilworth and John Hart, you see in that them little duplex, like the little houses right there off the side. Alright, I know what you're talking about, bro. Listen, that's my neighborhood, man. Look, my granny still got her house on. We just really recently buried her on Westminster. You know what I'm saying? You turn the corner, you know what I'm saying? But I'm from down on Philadelphia. Down towards the boulevard, but that's all the North End, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You just moved there? How long? 4 months?
You can tell, huh? Ain't no high yellow niggas in the North End, huh?
Nah, it's how yellow nigga. He good though. He young, but shit, cause it ain't.
Yeah.
My neighborhood is being gentrified right now. So it's a big ass difference. It ain't the same like how like me being.
More than already did.
It's sad to say, yeah. My mama, I bought my
But
mama.
they gentrifying the whole city.
Go on 8 Mile and Gratiot. That's where y'all need to go. Get them in line.
Hey, listen, we go all around the city. We've been
They
on.
would go over there.
We've been on. We've been on
I live
there.
on 696 in Gratiot.
Oh, yeah?
I've never seen none of y'all.
Hey, listen, I don't know where you was when we was out there because we was outside.
Hey, but
We
she.
was on Gratiot in 8 Mile. When?
Yup.
When?
How long ago we was over there? Yeah, a couple months ago.
I didn't see you.
We got
out there right now.
yeah, we got more work to do than just in one area. The whole city need us. So we're gonna go all around the whole city.
This is my mom. I've been on this block. I'm born 1967, July the 23rd.
All
History.
praises.
So what do you know about July the 23rd, 1967?
You tell me about July the 23rd.
That's her birthday.
Listen, I don't know what happened on July 23rd, 1967.
Yeah. Hey, man. But as you told y'all.
My parents
y'all
weren't
might
even
need- Shit, my mama was born in 72. So, like,
My mom was going, what, 79, I think?
my mama is the youngest, though. But, like, my oldest auntie is, like, down there 80 years old.
Uh-huh.
My mama is just, I'm about to be, I'll literally be 35 in November. My mama just birthday this past, she just turned 52. 52. She just turned 52 July 10th. I'll be 35 November 19th. But all her shits, you know what I'm saying, is over. That's why I know about church because I was brought up. When I was a kid, nigga, I had to go to church. I was doing the James Brown and my little Logans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Playing
Yeah, but what we talking about, what we doing is a little, well, it's not little. It's a whole lot different than church.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, but
This brother get into it with the church all the time. This guy get to arguing and debating with pastors all the time, man. You know, but that's because we
So
love
what's-
our people so much. We trying to get them out of.
and
these-
y'all say y'all are Judah, right?
Yeah.
And then just from
But we
what I
got
said,
other brothers
just
and other
from what I
tribes.
told y'all, like I will be Gad, just off of what I told y'all with the Native American.
Who got to it for 13? Oh, both of y'all do. Jesus Christ.
So I was about to ask a question. Read these scriptures, bro.
All right. You got the flyer? You got the flyer?
I just had one. I think I might have left it in, so I'll go back in there and get my shit.
I'll take your last question and then we gonna wrap up.
Boys gotta say here, because I've been sitting out here. I'm supposed to be cooking some chicken too.
Oh, we going to his house after this is over. We gonna wrap this up and go with
Yeah,
bro.
we got live quarters. Let's get it, though.
All right, ask your last question and then we gonna wrap up.
My last question to y'all would be, I'm gonna try to make it my best. I want y'all to give me your best answer, and I'm gonna make it my best question. Through all of this and everything that y'all out here talk about, you think you know what I'm gonna say?
Go ahead.
But of everything that y'all saying, all of this, what y'all think people gonna believe?
We don't think people are just gonna believe us at our word. We want them to go research, study to show their own self.
Alright, and then I know you don't feel like you're wasting your time, but I want to know, why did you do this?
Because I love God and I love my people.
That's right, and you love your people.
And then it's all summed up right here in this. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
And that's how you sum it up. Fear God, keep his commandments. It's your job, it's your debt to God. You owe it to God to fear him and keep his commandments.
Right.
Because God is going to judge everything.
I like the way
whether
you
right
say
or
it's
wrong.
your debt, because I try to tell people, you got $1 on you, like just a single dollar bill. I'm not asking for it, but look on the back of it. It's just legal tender to pay all debts, public and private. But is that your money?
And you pay your debt to God by obeying him.
By obeying. Right. I pay that. Y'all boys, I appreciate y'all, man. Good. Seeing y'all, man.
All right,
Always
King.
be
All praises
there.
to the Most High.
Yep, appreciate it. Christ in. Nah, I'm talking-
And with
No, I'm
that,
talking shit, though. I gotta talk shit.
we're going to close out. Say, call Halal Yahweh, Bashem Mashak Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.
What's the name? Say the name again.
Yahweh.
Howard.
And Yahweh Shai.
Howard.
Yeah, I heard him.
Hold on, bro. You all right?